Hello, I think we're live. I'm going to check the audio levels. Same stuff, different day. What can I say? That's what you get here at Driven Catalyst, consistency. With that being said, we are entering pre-production stages for an upcoming project. Love to hear it. We have audio levels. So I am going to probably not have as much time as I would have liked to sit on live and do some pre-production. I ran into some technical difficulties, no surprise, while setting this live stream up, but I'm about to storyboard some stuff. So I have my handy dandy iPad. And it's been charging all day because I knew this was coming, that this is what I was going to work on. But I ended up doing some other cool stuff today. So, I made a TikTok this morning that did pretty well. Always love that. And it's kind of gloomy out, which is a bummer because there's a huge football game tonight. Which, like, kind of doesn't like, not a real football game, like, I'm not going in person. But I was planning on going to watch it with friends at, a restaurant that has, like, a big screen on the lawn. Hold on, I need to remember my aspect ratio dimensions. And I'm hoping it doesn't get rained out, like, I'm hoping we're still able to go watch the game. It looks like we may be able to. So what I'm doing right now is I'm setting up storyboards, like I said, making a bunch of 1920 by 1080 little thumbnails. And I'm doing it in Adobe Illustrator because that is the easiest way for me to vertically and horizontally align my rows and columns and keep them all equidistant and clean. And then I'm going to airdrop it to my iPad and I'll actually start storyboarding tomorrow. Let me talk through what I think I'm going to do too, because I've storyboarded before back in the olden days when I was in college. And I have found that it's helpful to have basically both positive space and negative space storyboards. So if you hold on, I have a note card. So we're going to take a look at this handy dandy note card, right? We'll have two note cards. So imagine that these are your 1920 1080 storyboard frames. It's helpful to have both a document that has the lines, the outlines of these two rectangles on it, and then also the negative space around them. So, like, see where my little eyes are right now? That too. And the purpose of having that is basically I can draw on one layer and sandwich, like, I have the rectangle outlines to guide where I draw, and then I have white, like, borders, basically like a frame. When you get a frame, what are they called? Like a photo mat, as guidelines. So the way I'm going to do this is make my little waffle of storyboard thumbnails. They need to be a little bit more spaced out, I think. Transform, shape, align. No. Okay. That's how I need to do it. My bad, my bad, my bad. Okay. So I had created rows and it wasn't working. So I deleted them and I did it again. Does that make sense? I didn't really explain it, but so then now we're gonna, that looks pretty okay, I think. Are we all aligned? Yeah, I think so. So I've got, once again, my like waffle thumbnails, and then I'm going to also create, me group them, and then I'm going to use the Pathfinder tool to splice it. Splice, splice, baby. Pathfinder. There we go. And now I've got both. So now I can ungroup because they're all grouped. And I'm going to export selection, thumbnail, matte. And I'm going to do it onto export it to desktop. Export. Okay. And then export these. And I always go through and I export selected. I don't know when I got in the habit of doing this on Adobe Illustrator, and I don't think it's right, but it's my preferred way of exporting. I select everything I want to export and I say export selection. And it's basically like my quick and dirty hack at doing the quick export as PNG that Photoshop has. So then these are our thumbnails. They're just literally the thumbnails. Okay. Export. And now I'm going to close out because I don't really need that anymore. And I'm going to find those PNGs and share, airdrop. This is when the Apple ecosystem comes in handy. Kind of don't know. Have I ever airdropped to this iPad from my work computer? General. Airdrop everyone for 10 minutes. It's one of my favorite little rituals to go in and open up my airdrop preferences. Okay. So now I have a screen with the thumbnails. See? Boom. So that is a great little note to end up on. Thank you for joining me in this little pre-production planning live stream. Stay tuned for more from Driven Catalyst and have a lovely Monday evening. I will see you tomorrow.